All this time I had my microphone turned off. I was talking about bad counselors. Um, in particular from intercessory counselors. Yeah, not the best counselors. I would not recommend them. Um, I had a wife who, when you think about married couples, they usually try to help each other. But my wife's help is to throw me on the back of a mule and say, let the mule do the work. I don't want to do it because I'm too busy. And it's like, so your work is more important than your family. Do you realize how evil that sounds? Yeah, I called her evil. Evil is as evil does. I'm going to fix where this camera is positioned. I've tried TikTok, Facebook, but all their video services kind of don't work with me. I'm not sure this one is working with me either. I have MS, that's why I keep winking this eye. Because I have eyes that do not coordinate. Um, so that's another thing I've been living with. The wife I used to have didn't really respect my disease at all. And evidence of this is that she is the counselor she hires that I had to fire because they just don't ask the right questions. They don't ask me the right questions. I don't know what they ask her. But since she's the money, I am positive that they're giving her more attention than me. And if they do give me attention, it's because she pointed her finger at me and they're just following the money. They want their paychecks, which I can understand. I'm an American too. We in America seem to want to be paid for our services and goods. But yeah. I have nothing at this point except the love of my family. But that my ex-wife wants to rip apart this family and take everything from me. It's like the worst of the scorched earth plans and schemes. The problem is she doesn't have a plan. She never has a plan. She just willy-nilly burns up people's hearts and souls because she's calloused. And unfortunately, it's making my son very calloused. And of course, we know that the two ways to fall into crime and misbehavior is callousness and uh, impulsiveness. If you have a high octane of both of those, then that's a bad combination. That's like one of those liquid bombs, or an epoxy, where if you put it together, then it becomes terrible. And unfortunately, she is calloused and he's a little boy, so he's impulsive. And I think that she and her malfeasance and her callousness is teaching Xander to be callous and lose his heart and compassion for people. And I understand there's a thing, compassion fatigue and all that stuff. I know that I have MS, but I'm kind of expecting the person that asked me to marry them to stand up through all of the the difficulties, because my life is nothing but difficulty. So I would expect somebody who would ask me to marry them would be ready to face those challenges. She's not, and never was. She doesn't want to buy, she buys books, but they are never books that can help our family. Only books that help her. And the problem is she's taking the wicked, stupid advice from these shitty books and using them as weapons to slice up her family and her home. And it's like, oh my god. I have this wheelchair, this power wheelchair that has a caboose problem. The end that like when I the has six wheels, and the two center wheels, caster, and then power wheel, and then caster. So what that does is it makes me spin around like a freaking disc thrower at the Olympics, and anything I whack, it demolishes. Not to mention, I it's very difficult to learn how to drive center wheel steering, not front wheel, not back wheel, but front wheel or center wheel, and it's like, and she says, I've never bitched at you about my walls. And it's like, no, but you never helped me with them at the same time. I have told you, if you see all these streaks across the wall, because my wheelchair hits it, I'm like, just it's a empty plastic 2-liter bottle soda container. Just cut it into strips. Why don't I do it? Because I can't even hold the damn thing. I'm leg broken. And it is irritating that I keep telling her how to fix things, and she's just too into herself to take advice. And it's killing this family over and over again. And then she is somehow tainted. My mother died in the pandemic. She died I don't know if it was COVID, but she died during the pandemic. That my oh sorry. My ex-wife has done nothing to help me get over the loss of my mother. Not a thing, except be a horrible person to me. And I don't know what that my ex-wife, that person, is thinking. She never has a plan. A plan is so below her. And it's like, what are you doing? You're trying to raise a kid without any plan for his future. You don't even want him to go to college. It's like, what are you grooming my son to be your caretaker when you are it is what's happening to me is that causing you fear, making you unsure about your future, so you're trying to keep Xander down? Because you're not trying to build Legos. I bought him thousands of dollars of Legos. You're not trying to show him how to build things like that. I've said, hey, little kid, let's build a bridge together. Let's do that, because then later on, when he has a school project, he has bridge building in his wheelhouse. He can do it. He knows how to do it. And bam, I have helped him with his future homework. I have, since he was a little kid, I'm like, let's teach him how to draw. Let's teach him how to paint. Let's teach him how to be expressive and express himself. But she does not want him to express himself. And I think it's because she's afraid of having to work with him. I think she's just afraid that she's going to have to do more work because she's busy. She is in. Hey, look, there's a phone call. Whoa, who the hell? Let's see. Emergency. This is an emergency line. Do not call this number anymore. Oh, I don't see why these motherfuckers. When you say emergency, they need to take your number immediately off off whatever list they're doing, because you can't call an emergency number and spam call it. It's federally illegal. This motherfucker came from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. I'm gonna call him back right now. See if I can call him back. Usually spammers don't let you call him back. But let's find out if I can get through the son of a bitch. Or at least tell the whatever to take my number off. Hi, how you doing? Hey, you know what? This phone number is an emergency line for children. Why do you guys keep clogging it up? What if a child gets hurt? And you guys were busy? Maybe? Why are you guys calling an emergency line? That's federally against the law. Get this number off your list. Do not call it back. Sons of bitches. Fucking hate spam callers. Oy. Anyways, I'm kind of ticked off now. So I'm going to end it for now. Remember to be compassionate to your spouses. And if you leave your spouse, expect to leave all of their family, because it's hurtful to go hang out with your ex spouse's family. That's just wrong and irritating, icky. Don't ever do that. If you divorce a person, expect to divorce the rest of their family at the same time. Just put it in your head. Okay, I'm not going to go hang out with my ex lover's brother because that's just inappropriate. And I'm not going to go hang out with my ex person's sister because that's also icky. I don't know if, I don't know what you guys are doing. So it's just icky and uncouth. If you're going to break up with the person, break up with their family as well. Thank you.